Hey, look, man. I think I might have found one.
That's a crack, not a fossil.
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
You know, fossils are pretty hard to find, and I'm sure Mrs. Joe doesn't expect all of us to come back with one.
Man, this is a school assignment.
I know, but she won't mind if we take a bit of a rest. Especially if we come home with something tasty for dinner.
How can we go fishing if you only brought one pole?
You can watch.
I'd rather look for fossils.
Hey, look.
What? What is it?
It's like saddlebags. Someone must have lost them.
More like they threw them away. They look pretty old.
Still good enough to use. Hey, you can use them for your fossils. Or that fish I'm gonna catch. Looks like there's something inside.
Really? Money.
Look at it all.
Don't know how you do it. Teaching and everything else you gotta do around here.
Well, I couldn't do it without you, Asia.
You know, you gotta take some time out for yourself every now and then.
Well, I am. I'm taking a nice, relaxing bath.
What's this?
A few history projects. Thought I'd take a look at them while I was in the bath.
Well, you looked at them. Now take your bath.
They were supposed to be marked
Take your bath.
2 days ago.
Okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, $824.
This is more money than I've ever seen in my life.
We're rich.
Well, we can't keep it. I mean, we gotta give it back.
Back to who?
To whoever it belongs to.
Well, we will as soon as we find out who that is. Then you gotta hide it so no one else steals it.
I think we should tell Mrs. Joe.
We will, but what's the hurry?
Well, Nan, it doesn't belong to us.
I know. Look, the money was either lost or it was stolen, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right. So if it was lost, then we'll find out who lost it and give it back, and maybe we'll even get a reward. And if it was stolen, then we can turn it in and we'll definitely get a reward. A big one, too. And if it was lost or stolen a long time ago, everybody's probably already forgotten all about it. Well, it's possible. I mean, you don't know how long it's been out here. If nobody claims it, then who does it belong to?
Well, I don't know.
It belongs to us. Nat, think about it. It's over $800. Do you know what you could buy with that? We could buy anything we wanted. I could buy a new microscope or a rowboat. And you could buy a violin or something.
Or maybe we could buy something for Mrs. Joe in the school.
Yeah, that too. And we could split it right down the middle. You can spend your half on anything you want.
Only if no one claims it.
Right. Gotta find some place to hide it.
Hey, maybe we should bury it.
No, look, this is perfect. It's hollow.
Nick.
Joe. Hey, I was, just doing a little plastering.
Oh.
A little crack, nothing really, just thought I'd better get to it before it got any worse.
Good idea.
Just a tiny crack. I noticed it a while ago. Walking by.
Oh.
But it's all fixed up now. Good as new.
This is an interesting one. I'll pass it around so you can all take a closer look.
That one's mine. I found it down by the stream.
Very good, Bess. If you look closely, you can see the imprint of the shellfish that probably lived thousands and thousands of years ago.
What about mine, Mrs. Joe?
Which one is yours, Tommy?
The one with the gold in it.
It's not gold.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it isn't exactly a fossil, but it is a very interesting mineral, Tommy.
How much is it worth?
Not very much, I'm afraid. Dan was right. It isn't gold. It's known as a mineral called pyrite, and it's fooled many, many people. That's how it got its nickname, Fool's Gold.
Thought I was gonna be rich.
Nan?
Me, I'm not rich.
Which one of these samples belongs to you and Nat?
We didn't really find any.
Oh, where did you look?
Everywhere. By the stream, in the woods, in an old stone pile.
And you didn't find anything along the banks of the stream?
Nope, nothing.
Are you sure you didn't do a little fishing along the way?
Oh, maybe a little fishing.
Perhaps the two of you can make up for lost time today when you continue your search after school. I'd like to see something from you.
Yes, Mrs. Joe.
Now this one is interesting. Whose is this?
A fictional story inspired by something in the news. What an excellent assignment.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to look through a lot of newspapers to find exactly the right idea. Mrs. Joe said it's a good way to find them.
Indeed it is. I know many good writers who start each day by reading a newspaper.
Really, I never thought of that.
There you go. All the news published by the Chronicle in the last few months. Should be a lot of good ideas in there.
Take the bottom, you can take the top.
There's a good story for you. Boston fire. 13 people died. Nearly 800 buildings were destroyed.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, real sad. Oh, hey, look. 2 armed men held up a bank today in broad daylight and escaped with an undisclosed amount of money. That's it.
Bank robbery. Well, that could be an interesting story, too.
It says here the banker's offering a reward for the capture of the men and the return of the money.
Yeah, and we could write a fictional story about finding the money and turning it in for the reward.
What a terrific idea. Lots of action and suspense. Maybe the bank robbers could discover who found their money and then come after the kids.
Yeah, and then the kids could be on the run, and then the robbers could find them and hunt them down and kill them like animals.
Thank you, Mr. Bridger. I think that's all we need.
It's a great idea. Thank you.
Now, wait a minute. You might want to borrow this for reference.
That'd be great. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Joe.
Nick? Well, look at you, the perfect teacher.
I hope you're better with these children than you were with me.
Well, unlike you, Amy, these children really want to learn. Most of them, anyway. What do you mean? Well, it seems that Emil has copied every answer from Nat. Spelling errors and all.
Well, I guess you're going to have a talk with him.
Well, it's always tempting to spy on your neighbor during a test. You know, when no one's looking, just a quick peek.
Are you saying you used to cheat on your tests?
Once or twice, maybe. Are you saying you never did?
No, never.
Oh, come on, Meg.
What's the matter, Joe?
Oh, nothing, really. Something strange happened yesterday.
Strange.
What is it? Well, I ran into Nick repairing a crack in the bathroom door yesterday afternoon. At first, I didn't think anything of it.
Why would you?
Exactly. That is why I employ him. There was something odd about his behavior.
Odd? In what way?
Well, it was about an hour after I had taken a bath. And he was tripping over himself, trying to explain what he was doing. It was almost as though I had caught him doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
What are you saying?
Do you think he saw you?
I don't know.
Well, how big was the crack?
Well, he said it was tiny, but I didn't see it.
Well, then why worry about it? As you say, Nick was simply doing his job.
But doing his job an hour after Joe had a bath, I think that's a bit of a coincidence, don't you?
Oh, Amy, you're making far too much out of this. Besides, what can one possibly see through a tiny crack in a bathroom door?
Joe?
Hello, Nick.
What happened?
Nothing. Well, must have slammed the door too hard. The plaster fell out, sorry.
Oh, that's my fault. I probably should have packed it in there tighter. I'll clean this up and try again.
It's pretty big. The, crack? A lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, well, you know, these things just get worse and worse if you don't fix them right. You know what? I should probably just replace this whole door and be done with it. I'll get on that right away.
See, I was right about hiding the money and not telling anybody about it till we found out where it came from.
Now all you do is return the money to the bank in Boston.
Right, and collect that big fat reward.
I just hope the bank robbers don't come chasing us like the ones in your story.
Yeah, I liked that part, didn't you? Nat, they're bank robbers, remember? They're long gone by now.
So how much do you think the reward's for?
A lot. Probably buy some really great things.
Yeah, Plumfield could show you some new instruments.
Medical instruments.
I was actually thinking musical.
I know. Over there. Somewhere around here.
Oh, there it is.
Wait, listen.
Come on, we gotta keep moving. Gotta find it here somewhere.
Yeah, sure. I wish you'd have paid more attention.
It's the bank robbers.
Looks like it.
We'll head up that way when we cross the river. See, right over here.
Quick, over there.
They gotta be around here somewhere. Remember seeing them on your horse a few miles back.
Too bad you didn't see him fall off.
I picture the trail that's over there.
We gotta get out of here.
They're going towards the money.
Get the money.
Come on, let's let's go. Keep moving, will you? Come on! Quit wasting time.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Be out here all
I
day.
can't believe it. You didn't find it. Where is it? They're not here. Where are they?
They've got to be here.
They're gone. Let me do the talking.
What happened?
Oh, we fell in the mud.
Both of you?
Well, we were standing on this rotten log and it broke.
I thought you were going to look for fossils.
Well,
Well, we were, but then we just started exploring and we were looking at all this dead stuff growing out of this log and we were standing on it and it busted right in half.
I thought you were going to use this time to make up for yesterday.
we're sorry, Mrs. Joe.
Yeah, I guess we just lost track of time. Are we late for supper?
Just about. Go on now. Get washed up.
I gotta show you something.
Can't you just tell me what it is?
No, I gotta show you. It's up here. You won't believe it. I was up here pitching hay. You won't believe what I found.
How'd they get up here?
I don't know.
Someone must have saw us hide them in the woods.
Well, yeah, but something else. Over $300 is missing.
Someone's spending it?
Looks that way to me.
But who? Wait a minute. Maybe it's Bess.
It's not Bess. She doesn't need the money. Her folks are filthy rich. It's Dan.
What?
You saw how he was looking at us yesterday.
Nan, Dan would never do something like this.
How do you know?
Because he would tell me.
Why would he tell you? You weren't gonna tell him. What's going on?
Yes, I did.
Mommy, look, Emil got some horse carriage. Is it really yours?
Yeah, it's mine now.
We don't have to think about that no more.
Thing's looking a little skinny. You better start to feed it.
Where did Emil get a horse?
Could be a scalp.
My uncle gave him to me. Isn't he a beauty?
I mean, it looks a little, old to me.
Your uncle gave him to you?
Yeah, he sent me the money and I picked him out myself.
He gave you the money?
Yeah, well, my birthday's coming up and he figured I should learn to ride.
Well, he never gave you no birthday present last year.
Well, he's making up for it this year.
Well, isn't that uncle that's so cruel and mean to you all the time? That sap hat was my uncle would take a lot more than a horse.
That's enough, Nan. I think he's a very nice horse, Emil. I hope you thanked your uncle for him.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Looking for this?
Hey, that's mine.
No, it isn't. We found it by the stream, and then we hid it in the woods.
I got to it before the guys who were looking for it did. It's mine. You saw those men in the woods, too? Look, I thought the money wouldn't be safe in the woods anymore, so I decided to move it. And it was a good thing I did.
Then why were you following us in the first place?
I thought you'd know where the best fossils were. Those men robbed the bank in Boston. I had a feeling they'd stolen it from somewhere.
Yeah, then you stole it from us.
Look, I was gonna tell you.
After you spent it all?
No. No one's gonna spend any more, all right? We're gonna give it back. Back? To the bank.
They're offering a big reward.
Look, what's wrong with spending a little? It's stolen money, Emil. That's what's wrong. The bank robbers would have spent it all anyway. So we can spend a little and give some back to the bank.
Maybe we can still even collect a reward.
Yes. Are you crazy? I bought a horse. You can get something that you really want, and so can Nan. We can take the rest back to the bank.
Couldn't hurt.
This is just as bad as stealing.
No, it isn't, Nat. I mean, we don't really know how much that reward is. It could just be a couple of bucks.
It isn't right. 2 against 1. That's the way it is. And whether you like it or not, Nat, you're part of this as much as we are. You really can see everything.
Let me see.
Hurry up, you two. He could be back any minute.
Oh, my. You could see the whole room from here. It's hard to believe that such a tiny crack would reveal so much.
Amazing, isn't it? All right, you two. That's enough. That's enough. So sorry, Joe. You must be so embarrassed.
Well, he might not have seen anything.
You just said you could see the whole room from there.
Well, yes. But he might not have looked. And even if he did, it's not the end of the world.
Meg, I was taking a bath. Well,
Joe, these things happen when people live under the same roof. I'm surprised it didn't happen before this.
yes, but the thought of Nick spying.
Spying? Amy, really? Nick is not the sort of man who would stand there watching. He would fix the door right away, exactly as he did.
Well, I suppose the only way you're going to find out for sure is to ask him.
What good's a horse without a saddle, am I right? Good to see you again, my friend.
Hello, Mr. Percy. This is Nan. She's buying the saddle. She just inherited some money.
My great aunt died.
I'm so sorry. You know, buying something really special is one of the best ways to remember a dear departed loved one.
Yeah. I'm buying a saddle to keep things even.
Yeah, we're sort of sharing my horse.
Well, I've got lots of saddles, as you can see. How much you looking to spend?
Well, not too much. But Emil says you got the best deals in town.
We want a really good saddle.
Of course, of course. Well, I've got these English saddles. They're very nice, very dependable. But if you want something really good, something really special, take a look at this. I present to you an authentic Western saddle, shipped all the way from Texas, first of its kind in Concord.
Never seen a Western saddle before.
Just like the cowboys would use.
You betcha. Now, it won't be long before everyone's using them out here, but you could be the first. And if you want a really good, really special saddle, this here's the one to buy.
How much is it?
Well, I'm selling them for $65, but since you're more or less a repeat customer, I could let it go for a little less.
How about 50?
50? All right. $50 it is.
Nick! It really is quite a door. You've done a great job.
Oh, thanks.
You know, it's a wonder something like this didn't happen sooner. You know, the crack in the door.
Oh, yeah. These things happen all the time.
They do?
Yeah. The wood warps and twists on account of all the water.
Oh, the water. Right. I was talking about the actual crack in the door. I mean, who knows what someone might have seen through that crack? It is the bathroom, after all.
Right, right.
Family life can be full of embarrassing moments.
Yeah, it can be, and it's always best to prevent them if you can. That's why I put a whole new door on.
I'll do your chores for a week if you let me ride.
2 weeks and you've got a deal.
How do you make this thing go faster?
You turn the clock back 50 years.
That's gonna be how long it is before you get a ride, Dan.
Hey, where'd you get the saddle?
From my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah, it was part of the gift. I had to wait for it to come in from Texas.
All the way from Texas?
You know, that Captain Hoffman's pretty nice. Once you get past all that mean stuff, I mean.
And, what good's a horse without a saddle?
Just like the one I learned to ride on.
Come on. Come on.
You're not doing
Go.
it right, Nan.
Oh, stupid horse. Show me what I'm doing wrong, because I can't get this old bag of bones to get moving at all.
Ain't going anywhere, Nan.
Go. Come on. Stupid horse.
All right, point your heels down in the stirrups.
Thank you, Nick. Why did you buy such an old horse anyways, Emil? No, I can't figure out how to do this.
Sort of settle down.
So why didn't you want to ride Emil's horse?
No reason? Why didn't you ride it?
Were you kidding? That thing's like 100 years old.
Yeah.
Matt, what's going on with you and Nan?
What do you mean? Nothing's going on.
I mean, nothing you want to talk about?
Morning, Dad. Nat, how's life treating you this morning?
Couldn't be better, Mr. Bridger.
How about you, Nat? You and Nan get that story in on time?
Story?
Yeah. Yeah, we finished it yesterday.
Yeah. Bet it didn't turn out the way the real story did. Oh, they caught those two bank robbers last night.
They did?
Yeah, they recovered all the money, too.
All of the money?
Yeah, every penny. Oh, we'll see you boys later.
What's going on, Nat?
Boys all set?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Beautiful, Nick. It will be when it's finished. Stand still for a minute and let me look. Now, turn around.
It really does compliment your figure, Joe.
It's not too revealing?
I don't think so.
Okay, hold this up for a second while I put some pins in it. Is it high enough? A little higher.
Here, let me help you.
Here.
Why don't I just take it off?
What was that?
Nick.
He was spying.
I don't believe it.
You have to talk to him, Joe.
It didn't come from the bank in Boston?
No, that money was recovered and those robbers were arrested.
Then where did the money that we found come from?
And who were the men in the woods? I don't know. Must have been from a different robbery.
Yeah, and they were different robbers than the ones that were caught. Which means we're just right where we were in the beginning. If no one claims the money, then it's ours to keep.
All of it?
Yeah, why not?
Because it doesn't belong to us, that's why not. Listen, I'm not a part of this anymore. Yes, you are. And if we get caught, we're gonna tell them it was your idea. Leave me alone, Emil.
Take it easy. Look, Ned, we're not doing anything wrong. We're just holding on to the money till we find out who it belongs to. Just like we originally agreed. And we won't spend another penny. I promise.
You should be getting back.
Joe.
Nick, sorry, I didn't see you standing there.
Oh, that's all right. I guess we're even now.
Even? What do you mean?
I don't know. I just said it.
Why?
No reason.
How much did you see?
See?
Through the bathroom door.
Nothing.
That's why you were so anxious to replace the whole door. How long were you standing there?
I wasn't.
Yes, you were. And what about the window?
I was fixing it.
How long has this been going on, Nick? How long have you been peering through windows and cracks in doors? How long have you been spying on me?
Spying? You think I was standing there watching you? I was walking by. I seen a crack in the door. I stopped to take a look at it, and I seen your foot stepping into the bathtub.
My foot?
That's right. I could have stopped to look, but I didn't. I walked away. I'm sorry you got such a low opinion of me.
Food must be good tonight. No one's got time to talk.
It's exceptional. Don't you agree, Nick?
Asia's cooking's always the best.
Did you tell Joe that story you were telling me?
What story is that?
Ran to Sheriff Webster earlier today. He's telling me about a family from Boston come out to buy the old Tapscott vineyard north of town. Get it going again.
I know that place. That's a nice piece of property.
Dream of a lifetime for these folks. 20-some years they saved to buy it. And somewhere between here and Boston, they lost all their money.
They lost it? How?
Father and son were riding out to put a down payment on the place. Somewhere between here and town, they lost their saddlebags.
A family from Boston?
How much to lose?
Everything they had. Over $800.
It's just terrible.
Poor family must be devastated.
Well, maybe someone found it. But they don't know who it belongs to yet.
No one's come forward. Sheriff Webster's organizing a search party. I told him I'd help round up some volunteers.
Well, that's an excellent idea. We can all help.
Yeah, it'll be like a treasure hunt.
What are we gonna do?
Nothing.
Morning, everybody. I'd like to thank you all for giving up your time to help in this search. This here is Mr. Butler.
Hello. Seeing all you folks here, it reminds me of all the things money can't buy. My wife, my daughter, my parents and I, we came out here to buy a vineyard. Whether we find our money or not, we found a place we'd like to call our home.
The Butlers figure they lost their saddlebags somewhere between here and Concord. Now, I want you all to split up into small groups, spread out, and make your way back to town. We'll meet up again at 2 o'clock in front of my office.
Here, this is for you.
For us? Why, this must be all the money you have in the world.
Just like what you lost.
Thank you, son. You keep your savings. I'm sure with all these good people here, we'll find our money in no time.
Where's he going?
No.
what are you doing? I'm gonna get the money and give it back to those people. No, you're not. We already spent some. How are you gonna explain that? That's your problem. I didn't spend any.
I did.
Look, you saw those people. We gotta do something. It's too late.
We're gonna get thrown in jail for this.
Yeah, Nat, do you wanna go to jail? We're not gonna go to jail if we try to make things right. Whether you help me or not, I'm gonna get the money and give it back.
He's right, Emil.
No, he's not.
Hey! Stop! No!
Don't tell anyone. Get off me!
Leave him alone!
Say anything!
Emil!
What's the matter with you?
You can't tell anyone!
You think people won't figure it out? Go get Nick and Mrs. Joe.
No!
We have to. We've got no choice.
No. She'll tell my uncle.
$824. I couldn't believe it when Nick told us about it last night. How is Nick?
Yes, have you spoken to him since the door?
Silly door. It's been the cause of more trouble.
What do you mean?
He saw my foot.
Your foot?
That's all?
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were disappointed.
Disappointed? Meg.
Well, I mean, when you were imagining what Nick might have seen, you were intrigued. Maybe it's time that you and Nick considered courting.
What?
Why not?
You've already admitted to having feelings for him, Joe.
And it's pretty clear those feelings aren't going away.
Hey, here you are. I've been looking all over for you.
You have?
The kids found the money.
They did?
Yeah, they found it a few days ago.
How much is missing?
$230.
That you spent on a horse and a saddle.
I wanted to tell you about it right away.
Why didn't you? Why didn't either of you? Well, what are you going to tell the Butlers?
We'll pay them back.
Yes, you will.
Accept any punishment, Miss Joe. Just don't tell my uncle.
First, you're going to return the horse and then the saddle.
I'll take the saddle. How much you pay for it?
$50.
$50 for a saddle?
It's a nice saddle, Joe.
Thanks, Nick. Now all we gotta do is take the horse back, and then we can get all the money.
And then you're going to return it to the Butlers in person. And if they're satisfied with your apology, then I'll agree not to report this little episode to Captain Hoffman.
Thank you, Mrs. Joe.
Go on, get busy.
I'll get the horse.
We'll take that.
$100. That's the best I can do for you.
$100? But I paid $180 for him.
I guess you paid too much. I'm sorry, my friend. I can appreciate your predicament, but I've got to make a living, too. $100. Take it or leave it.
All right. I'll take it.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you. I'm sorry that it didn't work out.
Crook.
We're still $80 short. What are we gonna do? We're really sorry, Mr. Butler. We knew what we were doing was wrong. We should have known better.
Yeah, and we'll work all summer to pay it off.
As long as it takes. We're not afraid of hard work.
Yeah. You're good kids. You could have kept all of it. So, you come out to the old vineyard and you help me get it all up and running. We'll be happy to consider repayment in full.
Thank you, Mr. Butler.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Nice saddle you got there.
Yeah. Probably paid a little more for it than I should have, but I always wanted a nice saddle.
Nick, I came to apologize for accusing you of spying on me. It was an awful thing to say.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
Though I was tempted. You're a beautiful woman, Joe.
Where should we go from here?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Meg thinks we should start courting.
Might not be a bad idea. Been on my mind for a while now.
I do.
Kids would probably be all for it.
Oh, they'd be thrilled. Might make things easier for us as well.
Wouldn't have to hide our feelings no more. Pretend we didn't have any.
We could walk down the street together. Arm in arm if we wanted to.
Could be all right.
But then we are so different.
Yeah, we don't see eye to eye on very much.
Courting can be so formal. Awkward.
I'd never get it right.
Might be worse.
And as much as I like it here, there's a part of me that's always going to want to go back to sea one day.
And you should. I wouldn't want to stand in your way.
You deserve better commitment than that, Joe.
And you deserve a woman who will wait for you. We're just too different. It'd never work.
Not in a million years.